sharply yet beautifully, each syllable said softly and gently, cutting through the vibrations and rhythmic pulsations of the music-filled air between us. Between us, this sweet yet tentative tension. The kind where I subconsciously dissect every word he says as if infused with some cryptic meaning which, if deciphered, would shed some light onto the insights of his mind. The kind where arms become burdens, embellishing gestures and anxiety, where my voice breaks apart, stammering over irregular intonations in nonsensical sentences. But for some unforeseen reason, he saw past my incompetence at flirtation. You see, we had a bond beyond description, but also a raw physical attraction, and as we broke it down in the club, his defined physique reading mine, but respectfully. It wasn't our eyes, but our minds that connected. See, we already knew each other's psychologies inherently, and after 3 hours of Snoop's sensual seduction, Usher's Love in This Club, and other such songs suggesting way too much for the first date, came the climactic moment when contact is promised, interests are professed, numbers are saved, and he said, "I'll Facebook you." Still, for days I was hopelessly sprung, living through daydreams of him just to remember the feel of his essence in my presence. He was the quintessence of perfection. By 2 days gone, I was infected with this childish paranoia, tracing the constellation of that night's events to keep my imagination at bay and protect the sanctity of, well, whatever it was that we had. And then came the friend request. Before accepting, I went through all 440 of my captured moments, scrutinizing and detagging all which proved to be less than perfect with less than perfect conditions and awkward facial expressions. But as I navigated through the realms of his profile, I realized that all the graffiti on his wall were from Jessica's, Mary's, Sarah's, and Nicole's. Each one proclaiming how fantastic last night had been and leaving way too many XOs in the end. Reading this, I felt like a fool. Concluded that what I had felt for him had been nothing more than a dime a dozen to him. Embarrassed at having savored every second of his simulated routine. I wasn't mad. Surprised perhaps at how carefully he calculated his good guy approach. Slightly overprotective and seemingly wholly interested. And he made me feel like we had so much in common. Although upon recollection, it was a bit strange how we both broken a leg, an arm, and our noses. They say it takes twice as long to forget someone as it took to get to know them. Even though it took me nearly 2 weeks to get over one guy, it always takes me half the time to find another one.